Welcome back to the channel, guys. On today's episode, we're going to mount this big intercooler in the front of this VH.
Time to get back to what you're best at, homie.
That's it. We're going to start up the front with the intercooler. I think that's probably, I don't know, that's just where I feel like starting. So
yeah, well, it's an awkward job on these early girls because there's not much room in between the radiator and that front apron, is there?
No, that's one of the downsides to these earlier model Commodores. So.
Hence why you see a lot of them, they'll have like the intercooler sort of either cut through, sort of sitting loud and proud up front, which if you're into that thing, cool, but that kind of defeats the purpose of this build, having the rear mount turbo and whatever to keep it nice and sleeper. So yeah. We're going to try and keep it nicely hidden. I guess we are lucky in some respect because first job when you're doing it like this is you got to move the radiator, right?
Yeah, that's right. So this one's already got a custom cross member at the last shop that it was at, so it's saved us a little bit of time there.
Yeah, and we sort of did the same with yours as well, didn't we? Like we had to
we didn't have to. I'd sort of changed mine and then changed it back a little bit, but yeah.
So I think from factory, this radiator here is moved back approximately 40 mil, and we're going to attempt or try our best to get the intercooler to sit behind that apron without clashing with the intercooler or having to cut too much of the front of the car.
Yeah, that's it. It'll go in there. It'll just be a bit of rooting around. So it is a pretty big intercooler, probably like easily big enough for what the job it's going to have to do.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
It's only going to be low boost and all that kind of stuff, but
that's it.
It'll fit in there good, and yeah, it'll be fit for purpose. The radiator's still in the standard location at the top. It's just sort of been pushed back. So
yeah,
if you push the whole lot back a little bit, you'd probably get away with putting something a bit bigger in there. But yeah, this is heaps of intercooler.
For sure. All right, mate, that's enough faffing around. Let's stop jabbering and get to working.
Let's cut some stuff.
Hey man, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Oi, Kurt, tell me what you think about that. These two retards just at it for hours. Look at you go, you mad rooter. Get out of it. Get us demonetised with actions like that, I tell you. That's too much hip thrusting.
Too much pelvis thrashing, you reckon?
Kobe, I reckon she's had bigger shits than you. For real. So there you go, that's what you were thinking there, eh mate? Something a little bit removable.
That's the rough idea.
Yeah. So the intercooler will obviously mount to these here little front feet, and then if we have to pull it out for whatever reason, then we can just drop it back out again.
Yeah, well, it was so we could get it in. I don't know if you said that before, but we couldn't get it in.
Yeah.
These early girls, this is all, in this case, it's all stuck. So it's all tack welded, so.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know why they did that, because they do bolt from the backside, but whatever.
Yeah, because if it was bolted, it probably would have been easier just to unbolt the apron and put it in on the brackets that were already there, so whatever. Easier to get it out now anyway, so.
True that.
So yeah, that's the idea. Tidy that up. That's one job. That's the first job off the list, nearly.
Half of the first job. The third of.
All right, foreman. Right. You're doing the Gantt chart here, aren't you, mate? All right. How did we not say that before?
So what you're telling me is,
You need to do another bracket.
the feet is wider than the platform.
Just they sit on there, but not where we want them.
Small oversight. What is with these two? All day.
Look at him look at his
All
teeth.
day.
Oh, here's a quick bracket.
It's all coming back to you, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Just how amazing these little brackets are to fabricate.
Oh yes.
What's your plan? We got to fix this.
Yeah, so didn't actually check where the mounts were on the intercooler. Just presumed that they were going to line up because it was already prefabricated, but that's, thinking back now, that was for a different intercooler. So bolts are basically landing right on where I can't use them, right on this part here. So do a few mods, bend it out, drill some holes, live the dream.
Nice, nice.
Hopefully that's enough.
Nice little radius on it.
I think the hole's going to be about there. Probably should have come back a little bit more.
You can tell we're rusty. It's not just the metal that's rusty around here.
This is what happens when it's part of it.
Customs here. Got left with well, I would have thought it would have started with a hole saw, but it looks like it finished with a hacksaw.
Grinder, I reckon.
Grinder, you reckon?
Yeah.
It's quality anyway. So as you can see, one would have worked, that one would have worked alright. This one though, not so much. Turns out the brackets are offset a little bit. Hey bros.
Yeah, a little bit.
How much have you missed this?
Not very much.
It's alright. It's all downhill from here.
Alright, so quick update with the intercooler mounting. I ended up basically chopping off everything that I'd started and just left the sort of 3 bolts each side for the mounting, and because the centers didn't line up. Now I'll show you on the radiator in a minute, but basically on these radiators on the early girls, I didn't know, but the two mounting prongs on the bottom that go into the rubber sort of grommets in the rad support are offset by, I think it's about 30 mil, so that threw me off for the intercooler mounting. So I've come up with something that's definitely going to be strong enough. So kind of tricky to get in here, but I started cutting away a little bit more of this chassis rail on the front here, and I didn't want to cut any more. Like, I've already cut a fair bit out. This is all supporting obviously the radiator support panel. You could probably get rid of a bit more if you wanted to, but kind of didn't want to take any more out. And with the mounting of this, the intercooler, basically with the mounts at that height, the intercooler was still crashing into here pretty bad, so I wanted to get it a bit lower. So this has still got a lot of finish work to do. I'll, cap some ends off and flush some square edges off and all that sort of stuff, make it try and look as neat as we can. But basically just got a bit of 20 mil RHS and then reused the tag that was on here from the front. Basically you can see from the bottom the offset, they're obviously not perfectly central, so this one's right off to the side and this one's only off a little bit. That gets me intercooler wise back central, so pretty happy with that. Weld all that out at some point, pop a few holes in, test fit it, and then I'll work on a bracket for the top. But we're getting started anyway.
All right, now you can say, first job is done.
There it is.
That's done.
Yep.
That's rock solid.
Mate,
Rock solid goanna.
that ain't going nowhere.
Nah.
Unless he runs up the arse or something, then it might go somewhere.
Maybe. If it runs up the arse of someone, those feet down there are probably going to be piercing whatever is in the back of their car. Balls! But I reckon it's turned out pretty good, man. It's
Yeah.
you wouldn't even know it was there.
Yeah, once the bumper bar goes on and the grill goes in.
Yeah.
There's a few scratches and stuff. This isn't a brand new cooler. Well, it wasn't brand new when it came here anyway. We've put a few scratches on it, and I think
We'll give it
a few other people did as well. We'll share the blame. Put a bit of black on this bracket here. You're not going to see any of it,
nah.
which is the main goal here.
That's it. I mean, even now with none of the stuff on the front of it, it's pretty, it's very discreet. It doesn't go below.
I reckon you could have come down a bit, because when the car's on the ground, it's only this far off the ground. So
yeah,
if you really wanted to, you probably could have lowered it a little more. But I think that's where it fits the best for what we're doing. So
that's it. That's it.
Right.
So I guess the next battle to tackle is getting the piping back to the turbo, right?
Yeah. I'll start up the back and we'll keep cracking on now and start mounting the turbo, but that will be in another episode, Jeff.
That's right, that'll be in the next episode. We are going to start mounting the turbo and plumbing it up. I feel like we're starting to get our groove back.
A little bit.
We're starting to get there. We're in a good part of the roster now where our days match up pretty well, so we can start making some progress.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. As always, it's been a little while.
Yes.
If you want to get yourself a shirt, not like this one, but like that one maybe.
Like this one? Oh, you can't get these ones. No, we're out of these ones, but if you want to get a hat or a shirt or a hoodie or whatever,
torqhub.com.au.
that's the one, and we'll ship them out to you ASAP. But for now, we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.